1 minute to go, so I'll wait for 11 o'clock.
Make a request from the relevant CEO or the board to say what's happening about ABCD. Here are these allegations that we see in the media, in the newspapers or whatever. Here are allegations that have been made. Yes, there might not be evidence now, but the committee is there to try and see if there is evidence by...
Okay, good morning everyone. It has just gone 11 o'clock. My name is Dalen Mitchell. I'm the chairperson of the Standing Committee on Transport and Public Works. Today is the 2nd of February. Members, I'm going to allow you an opportunity to introduce yourselves.
Good morning, Chair. My name is Derek America. I'm a member of the committee.
Good morning, Chair. Andrikus van der Westhuizen, a member of the committee as well.
Honourable Mvimbi, you're on mute.
Apologies, Chairperson. Morning, Chairperson and the committee members. I'm Lulama Mvimbi, member of the committee.
Good morning, Chair Brett Heron, member of the committee.
Thank you very much, members. We are joined by the procedural officer, Mr. Kutsia, as well as ICT representing ICT is Mr. Clarence Issa. Members, we are here today to adopt various reports as well as minutes and the quarterly report. I take it you've all received the agenda, but if I may, Mr. Kutsia, can you just flight the agenda so we can officially adopt the agenda before moving on to the first item on the agenda?
Will do so, Chair. Chair, I don't have that one open quickly. Let me.
Okay, if without delaying this meeting, members, are you in order if we go straight to the first point on the agenda, which is the report on the annual report of the department as well as government motor transport for 2019-2020?
Agreed.
All right, thank you. Members, I therefore table page 1 of the committee report. Any edits or amendments? I table page 2. Any edits or amendments?
Chair,
Honourable America.
If you look at point number 3, information requested, 3.3, a copy of the Sakiswe status report with regard to technical skill development at municipalities, and 3.4, information on the 2 types of contractors, namely panel contractors and framework contractors. I don't know, I cannot recall that those were the information that they requested, and if my memory serves me correct, in terms of point 3.3, a copy of the status report, we wanted to know about the skills development programs that the department has in terms of retention and development and attracting skills. I cannot recall that we were so specific to ask for that particular program, and maybe sorry, Chair, I'm now confused with the Public Accounts Committee and the Standing Committee. Sorry, I withdraw my comments.
Okay, no problem. No problem, Honourable America. Members, are there any edits or amendments? If not, I tabled the report on the annual report of Transport and Public Works and Government Motor Transport for 2019-2020 for adoption.
Chair, I move that we adopt the reports.
Thank you very much, Honourable America. I see Honourable van der Westhuizen.
I support.
Thank you, members. We then move on to the minutes of the meeting of the 7th of December. Thank you very much. Members, I table page 1. Any edits or amendments? Page 2, any edits or amendments? Page 3, any edits or amendments? And then page 4 with the last recommendations for any edits or amendments. Members, if no edits or amendments, I table the minutes of the 7th of December 2020 for adoption.
I will move that it be adopted.
Thank you, Honourable van der Westhuizen. Is there a seconder?
Seconded.
Thank you, Honourable Mvimbi. Members, we now move on to the quarterly report. That is the report from October to December 2020. Members, I table page 1. Any edits or amendments?
None.
Page 2, any edits or amendments? Page 3, any edits or amendments? Page 4, any edits or amendments? Page 5, any edits or amendments? Page 6, any edits or amendments? Members, can I please ask that you just double check your attendance? Okay. Page 7, edits or any edits or amendments? Page 8, any edits or amendments? Page 9, any edits or amendments? If not, I table the quarterly report from October to December 2020 for adoption.
I move that we adopt, Chair.
Thank you,
Chair.
Honourable America. I see Honourable van der Westhuizen.
Chair, my hand was raised. Yeah, I will support that we adopt the contents. It's correct. May I just propose that Mr. Coetzee perhaps look at some of the page breaks in this document so that the heading follows the table on the same page, etc. But the contents I fully support.
Right, thank you. Just for consistency, we will adopt the report as the content, and Mr. Coetzee, you'll make sure that the layout and the format of the document is amended as per Honourable van der Westhuizen's proposal.
Noted, Chair, I'll do that.
Thank you very much. Members, we now move on to the committee report, committee program, my apologies, or proposed committee program. So could see if you could just flight that. Okay, if we could just go down to the proposed agenda items. All right, members, these are proposed agenda items that have been added and recommended by some of you. I want to not completely finalize the committee program as such, but that I provide you with an opportunity if there's anything urgent that you would like to add to the agenda, to please forward me and the committee, the procedural officer, those proposals, so that we can see if we can accommodate it, because things change and there's certain issues that needs to be addressed, so that we could then incorporate those. Honourable van der Westhuizen, I see your hand.
Thank you, Chair. Just one amendment that I would like to propose, and that is, I believe, in the very first line, today's meeting, the scheduled time there is indicated as 2 o'clock and not as 1100 hours. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. And this, as well as the end time, Mr. Coetzee, you can just amend those. Right, thank you very much. Members, are you then all in agreement that we adopt the possible agenda items with the proviso that if there's anything that you would still want to add, that we will entertain that on the agendas going forward?
Proposed, Chair.
Supported.
Thank you, Honourable Mvimbi, and thank you, Honourable van der Westhuizen. Members, and then the last item on the... Yes, Honourable van der Westhuizen.
Yeah, can I just ask, I see our starting time has been indicated as 2 o'clock, which leaves us only with a 2-hour time slot for our meetings. Can I just ask, I recall that in the past we also sometimes started our meetings at 1 o'clock, 1300. Can I just get some guidance in this regard?
Thank you. I think the starting time, as indicated on this proposed program, is that has been agreed to by the programming authority. I think in the times that we moved it to 1 o'clock was on agreement with the programming authority, or the chief whip, and the committee itself. But I take your point, and it's a valid point, and perhaps I should write to the chief whip to present to the programming authority that we in future move it to a 1 o'clock slot, if that's in agreement with the committee.
Chair, if I may add, the reason why we started 2, I would assume, is to take into consideration that the parties that we may invite to the meeting may have their lunch break between 1 and 2, hence us not encroaching on that particular time slot. So you can just clarify that with the programming committee as well. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's actually a very valid point. Members, can I then retract on my proposal, my initial proposal, and then state that in the event that the agenda the agenda items will take longer than the 2 hours as proposed, that we in those instances then request the necessary permission to move the meeting to 1 o'clock with the concurrence and agreement of the committee.
Or to 5 o'clock, Chair.
Or to 5 o'clock.
Thank you.
Are there any objections?
No, covered.
All right, thank you very much, members. And then, are there any resolutions other than those that we have discussed now from this meeting that you would like to officially table? All right, if
None
not,
from us, Chair.
all right, members, then if there's nothing else, we have come to the end of this committee meeting. Thank you very much, members. Thank you to ICT. Thank you to Mr. Coetzee and Mr. Vermeulen from the administration for your support and for your assistance today. Have a good afternoon. The meeting is adjourned.
Chair.
Thank you.
Colleagues.
For time.